I'm from Ibadan, your state. I rise to move a motion that the House do reconsider the report of Committee on Telecommunication on a bill for an act to authorize the issue from Statutory Revenue Fund of Nigerian Communication the total of 70,672,492 naira only, out of which the sum of 22,211,186,000 naira only is for recurrent expenditure. The sum of 15,651,475,000 naira only is for capital expenditure. The sum of 6,557,708,000 naira only is for special project, while the sum of 8,584,000,000 naira only and 17,668,123,000 naira only will be transferred to Universal Service Provider Fund and Federal Government of Nigeria respectively. And from Universal Service Provider Fund, the sum of 16,325,268,000 naira only for the year ending 31st December 2016 and approved therein. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
And I rise to support the motion that we do reconsider this bill as moved by Honorable Fijabi. I so second.
Rules and business, please. Move that we dissolve into Committee of Supply.
Represent the good people of Buruku, my dear colleagues. I'm from Benue State. I move that the House resolve into Committee of Supply. I so move.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. The ayes have it. The House now resolve into Committee of Supply to consider the report. Honorable Saheed Fijabi, please give us.
Mr. Chairman, thank you for giving me the opportunity once again. I think just last week, Thursday, we considered this same report, but due to some typographical errors, and which is important, we know this House is out of transparency, so it won't look as if we actually don't know what we're actually doing. So we need to recommit it back into the Committee of the Supply. Because last week, a lot of typographical error was noted, which obviously as a chairman, I'm taking responsibility of. But again, it's definitely an administrative issue. So, Mr. Chairman, honorable colleagues, I believe this is a budget from Nigerian Communication Commission, the 2016 budget. And this is December 2016. Obviously, the lateness in this budget is not our fault. It's from the other side of the government. But now today, I rise to plead to my colleagues to allow us to pass the budget and to consider the budget and let us pass it for proper, so the agency can obviously carry out the necessary work they need to do for the budget. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And that's the reason why we have the administrative arm of the committee, which is their duty to do this thing and check it well. We did our own part as committee chairman and members, and it's for the administrative arm of the committee to go ahead and check it well if it's done. But this time around, Mr. Speaker, I want to assure you that it's 100% and it's correct. There's no, all what happened the other time is just basically typographical error. And during typing, if you had 1 0 to just a figure, it changes a lot. For example, in the numbering plan, it's just 1,500. They put 1,500,000 in the other other paper last Thursday. But today we have made sure we did the right thing, and I want to assure you, Mr. Speaker, it's very correct. Thank you, sir.
Honorable, the annual operating levy is 29 billion carried. Then, Ladi, why are you carrying it with excitement? Are we missing something? Licensing fees. $1,195,137,000 naira carried. 37,799,972,000. 35,799,972,000 carried. Numbering plan 4,480,538,000 naira carried. Admin charges 1.5 million carried. Type approval fees 165 million carried. Sundry income is 30,345,000 naira carried. Total revenue is 70,672,492,000 carried. Expenditures. Recurrent expenditure 280 million carried. Establishment costs 13,950,362,000 naira carried. Staff and other costs 1,982,722,000 carried. Travel costs
that is 1 billion.
Sorry, it's travel costs that is 1,982,722,000. We have carried it. Operational cost 4,511,485,000 naira carried. Administration costs 1,471,617 naira carried. Bank charges 15 million carried. Total recurrent expenditure 22,211,186 naira carried. Capital expenditure, internal projects 4,550,913,000 carried. School support program 8,967,562 naira carried. Digital Breach Institute, no analog breach institute, digital 930 million naira. Consultancies 1,203,000,000 carried.
No, you cannot observe.
You cannot observe. Total capital expenditure 15,651,475,000 naira carried. If you want to observe, just observe the figures. Eh? No, I listen more than I see. All I'm supposed to do is to hear carried or not carried. Then, special projects, emergency communications center, 3,71,328,000 naira. Carried? Madaki carried? State Accelerated Broadband Initiative, 2,236,380,000 naira carried. GSM and CDMA networks. That one is 0 naira. Carried. Subscribers database management, 250 million. Carried. ICT training program by DB. What is DB? This digital bridge now. Oh. 1 billion carried. Total special projects, 6 billion, 557 million, 708 naira carried. Transfer to USPF. Is it USP or USPF?
Transfer to USPF, so there should be HEF after.
Transfer to USPF, 8 billion, 584 million naira carried. Transfer to federal government is 17 billion, 668 million, 123 naira carried. Total budgeted expenditure, 70 billion, 672 million, 492 naira carried. This summary is supposed to be a clause. Well, we move to summary of Universal Service Provision Fund, USPF 2016 budget. Revenue profile, income from AOL contribution, 8.7 billion carried. Other income, 7 billion, 605 million, 268 naira carried. Tender fee, 20 million carried. Total revenue is 16 billion, 325 million, 268 naira carried. Total recurrent expenditure, 1 billion, 433 million, 553 naira, 5 kobo carried. Total capital expenditure, 92 million, 50,000 carried. Projects expenditure, 14 billion, 799 million, 664,095 kobo carried. Total budget expenditure, 16 billion, 325 million, 268 naira carried. So we move to clauses. Clause 1, Clause 2, Clause 3, Clause 4. Honorable Akin, I hope you are not doing it with malice. Clause 5, Clause 6, Clause 7, Clause 8, short title, long title, Akim title. No veto. We carried the short and long, and even Akim's title, all of them are carried.
I rise to move that this House to revert back to plenary. I shall move.
House revert back to plenary. No, out of which the sum of 22 billion, 211 million, 186,000 naira only is for recurrent expenditure. The sum of 15 billion, 651 million, 475 naira only is for capital expenditure. The sum of 6 billion, 557 million, 708,000 naira only is for special projects, while the sum of 8 billion, 584 million naira only and 17,668,123,000 naira only will be transferred to the Universal Service Provision Fund, USPF, and the Federal Government of Nigeria, respectively, and from the Universal Service Provision Fund, from the Universal Service Provision Fund, USPF, the sum of 16,325,268,000 naira only for the year ending on 31st December 2016. The approved clauses 1 to 9 in the scheduled summary of the bill. Leader.
From the Committee of Supply, I so move.
Chairman, Rules and Business. Second.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Okay, Jeff. I represent the good people of Buruku from Benue State. I second the motion.
In favor of the motion, say aye. Those against it, say nay. Ayes have it.